is friendly to his cause.
Well, he's not chicken. And, we'll see he's landed in Miami.
We'll have it all covered right here tomorrow. We'll be back. Thank you
ahead
so
of
much
the
for joining
date.
us. I'm Sandra Smith.
And I'm John Roberts. The story with Martha starts.
President Trump lands in Miami.
Right now on the story.
Please subscribe.
Thank you, John. Sandra, live look at Miami. President Trump is about to go down the staircase from his plane, which has just landed moments ago in Miami. And the reason that he has left Bedminster, New Jersey, where he spends the whole summer generally, is that he has a very important court date tomorrow in Miami. He is the first former president to face federal criminal charges, 37 counts for handling of classified documents. He gave a thumbs up as he got on the plane in New Jersey, and as I said, he's been staying there in his golf club. So we are watching as some of the folks come off of the former president's plane. The former president has said in no uncertain terms that he is innocent, and he stands by that, and he is returning for this 3 p.m. appearance tomorrow for the indictment. And we do, you know, as you know from Friday, this is all unsealed now. So the pages have already become part of the public record, and you can see some of the president's attorneys, no doubt, getting off the plane. A lot of questions about who the team will be. There have been some changes in the team as of Friday, but a lot of guys with very large briefcases getting off this plane right now. Special report anchor Brett Baer watching all of this with us this afternoon. Good to have you with us, Brett. I know you're in Boston for an event, a Senate-related event, which we'll talk about in a bit. But first to senior congressional correspondent Chad Pergram to set the stage for us here this afternoon as this unfolds live. Hi, Chad.
Martha, good afternoon. Republicans are drilling down on what they see as 2 tiers of justice. The GOP argues that the feds should also charge President Biden for how he handled secret documents stored in his garage with his Corvette.
If you're charging one and not charging the other, you raid one house but you don't raid the other, that's a little different, and that's not fair. And I think the one thing people will say in America, they believe in the rule of law, and it should be fair applied to everybody. But right now, it really seems that it's not fair.
McCarthy said the documents at Mr. Trump's home were more secure because they were kept in a bathroom which locks. Congress has the power of the purse. Some Republicans hope to penalize the FBI in this year's spending bills for how it handled both investigations. But McCarthy says the House will not be punitive.
I'm going to punish you because you're doing something. That's what Democrats do. Well, now we're watching that if they become more centralized, they're focused more on Americans themselves.
Please subscribe. Good luck, Mr. President. Us Americans are behind you.
Today is the first day Congress meets.
Trump arrives ahead of schedule.
President Trump on Friday. Democrats are
his plane in Miami.
About his documents and
don't forget to subscribe for more. Thank you, new subscribers.
Including Donald Trump. This indictment must now play out through the legal process without any outside political or ideological interference. We encourage Trump's supporters and his critics to let this case proceed peacefully through the court.
It will. You better tell your Democrats.
The FBI paper presented to the Oversight Committee last week revealed evidence that President Biden allegedly accepted a bribe. McCarthy says he'd like to hear from Special Counsel Jack Smith. He's investigating Mr. Trump. Martha?
Chad, thank you very much. We are watching everybody disembark this plane, the Trump plane, which is now on the ground in Miami. With that, we bring in special report anchor and executive editor and chief political anchor, Brett Baer. Brett, good to have you with us. As I said, a lot of very large legal briefcases coming off of this plane right now. These folks have their work cut out for them, as we are going to watch tomorrow, the first time that a former president...
I'll bring you more of the story tomorrow, so subscribe if you want to see it.
It'll be something to see. Obviously, we've seen it in Manhattan, but this is
waiting for the 45th president to come off the plane in Miami ahead of schedule.
The former president has made clear he's going to be defiant here
for his arraignment.
He's made publicly since that indictment came down that he's going to fight it, and he believes he did nothing wrong.
You know, the one that they're charging him but not Biden or Hillary.
The same sheet of music, largely noting what they call a two-tier system of justice legally. However, some are pointing to
Obama
here and what's listed in this indictment and specifically
You notice all Democrats are so crooked.
information was handled and what
They all
evidence,
stick together.
the prosecutor, special
Well, so do us
prosecutor
Republicans.
has laid out. I think it's going to be fascinating to see after tomorrow how this continues to roll out. Some of the polls, Martha, that we've seen that have been taken during this time since the indictment and after have really not moved the needle, and if anything, have moved towards the former president in Republican circles.
Yeah, indeed they have. And, you know, the fact that we're back in Florida.
And they're not going to move.
And the judge is Aileen Cannon, which was a random
Because upstate
choice,
New Yorkers love Trump.
who would get the docket on this case, and that is seen as something that is
Can't say that for
favorable
downstate,
to the former
because they like the free
president. She made
ride.
a decision about this Mar-a-Lago documents case to appoint
And
a
the
special
corruption.
master because it deals with executive presidential documents that went his way. You know, your thoughts on that part of this story, that it is centered in Florida.
Yeah, it seems like she is going to continue to be on this case. I mean, she could obviously recuse herself. Unlikely. There could be an effort by the DOJ to ask her to do that. That would be rare, but it's possible. She is, as you mentioned, the judge who requires...
Kills my arm holding this up. I'm not a big channel, so I can't afford what the little or big channels can. I have to do this on my phone.
Listen, it is a random choice.
Unless I get more subscribers where I can afford the equipment. So you want to support the channel, please subscribe.
After we get what lays out in court tomorrow.
Yeah, you know, it has also been seen.
The more subscribers, the better the equipment.
This is a rocket docket court, as they call it, in Miami, where they generally move very quickly. And Jack Smith has called.
And thank you for liking on the channels
Remains to be seen is
and watching the videos. And someday maybe I'll become a big channel.
Because this does deal.
I'll bring you out stuff the other ones don't.
But
until that, you gotta subscribe.
By a wide margin on his way to potentially becoming the Republican nominee. This is a complicated political moment.
It really is, and this is not the end of the legal complications and the possibilities. Remember, there's still January 6th and this special counsel looking into that. There's still the case in Georgia and the prosecutor down there looking into interference in the election from the Georgia perspective. And obviously Manhattan's going to play out over time. I think, you know, politically, the fact that the Manhattan indictment happened first was probably, according to legal experts, the weakest of the cases. It did give the former president...
Shows he's not afraid. He's ahead of schedule.
In this sense, and obviously we've seen the Russia investigation.
If it was Biden, he'd be still hiding in the basement.
Bill Barr on Fox News Sunday with those comments did
or Hillary,
I mean, remember,
or Obama.
Somebody who defended Donald Trump in the Russian investigation, saying that it was politically motivated, and obviously supported the Durham report. But here is saying that there is a lot of substance inside this indictment, and if half of it is true in his words, then he's in trouble.
It is interesting the way that the polling is looking.
There's the man of the hour. Good luck, Mr. President. We love you.
Polls say that they do think 47%.
We'll stand behind you 100%.
Motivated. And here comes the former president, the 45th president of the United States, Donald J. Trump, descending another staircase. We remember him coming down the escalator.
Trump 2024.
This political process, and here he is getting.
God bless, sir.
The beast.
Thank you for fighting for America.
Very fortified vehicle that he travels around in as a former president. Brett, your thoughts?
We'll have more for you tomorrow. Thank you. God bless.
It is a surreal moment.
Please subscribe.
We're living in.
See you tomorrow.
Former president being charged.